I think I speak for everybody when I go out there and I say, yeah! Let's go! They did it! They won another game! Undefeated! 3-0-0 under Bruce Boudreau. Bruce, there it is, baby. I'm gonna be honest, I spent the last 3 days recording extra videos, more and more and more videos, because I'm going on a trip on the weekend, so I don't really want to go out there and record while I'm spending time with my family and enjoying their presence. I wanted to get the videos done earlier, so I was recording during the period intermissions and everything, talking about topics that you won't see until Monday-ish. But this will be the final video I record before the weekend. Don't worry, nothing is going to change here on the channel. We're going to have videos every day, 3 a day as we always do, but the videos just would not have been recorded the day of like they usually are. This is the last one, and I'm happy to say my voice is going out with a bang because the Vancouver Canucks have won their 3rd straight game against the Winnipeg Jets. It is a 4-3 shootout win. 2 wins in a row on the shootout here for the Vancouver Canucks against Boston the other day, against Winnipeg here today. And this game was, like all the other Canucks wins, not perfect. Absolutely not perfect. A lot of mistakes in this one. This definitely was not a game that I can look at and say the Vancouver Canucks played, extraordinarily well. Yes, they had chances. Yes, they capitalized on them. Honestly, I think they kind of capitalized on a goalie that wasn't really all too in the zone as much as he could have been, but at the end of the day, a win's a win. Take a look at the NHL standings. Where are the Vancouver Canucks right now with their 3 straight victories and something like 5 wins in their last 6 or something like that? The Vancouver Canucks right now in the Pacific Division are second last, 24 points. That is 4 above the Seattle Kraken and 2 behind the LA Kings. The Kings have 3 games in hand. The Vancouver Canucks have more games played out of everybody in the Pacific Division, but if you want to take a look at the separation, okay, guess what? The first wildcard spot over here is actually belonging to that same Winnipeg Jets squad with 31 points. The Vancouver Canucks are 7 points behind them. The first period of this one was a really fun period, and it kind of set the tone for the rest of the way through. The first really big chance that actually happened was Kyle Connor, who had himself an open net right in front, but he accidentally just whiffed on the puck. He didn't have his stick ready in the right position to shoot and take advantage of Demko being down and out. But immediately after this moment, where the Jets almost had a 1-0 lead, Sportsnet showed a graphic on the screen about how Nils Hoglander has scored the most against the Jets compared to every other NHL team. And then what do you know? Hughes sends a long pass up the wing to Bo Horvat, who comes into the zone with speed. He slows down, centers the puck, and it's Nils Hoglander who takes the puck off his stick. He lets it bounce right through his legs, picks it up, dangles around the D, and then he backhands it up over the glove of Comrie. He absolutely roofs it. 1-0 Vancouver here off of what was one of the more underrated, beautiful goals that we have seen in a Canucks sweater this season. Nils Hoglander with the nifty mitts, extending that goal production on a Winnipeg team that he apparently just has their number on. Give it a little bit more, and JT Miller goes to the box for cross-checking after a scrambly Canucks play. This is one of those plays where the Vancouver Canucks just get hemmed in their zone, and the Jets are controlling it, they're cycling it, they're getting shots, and the Canucks are just kind of scrambling around. Miller gets caught up in all that, tries to deflate the pressure by cross-checking the guy in front, and he goes to the box for it. Eventually, it's Blake Wheeler who comes in and absolutely rips it by Thatcher Demko. This one was honestly a pretty unlucky goal for Demko. Wheeler just kind of had an open net to shoot at, even though he was shooting from the far right faceoff circle. It's because Pierre-Luc Dubois was right in front of Demko as the shot was being taken, and Demko, trying to look around Dubois, ended up looking over the short side shoulder of Dubois, opening up that far side to a very clear shooting lane, that in which Blake Wheeler took full advantage of. His first goal in the year. How the heck does Blake Wheeler only have 1 goal? Who really knows? Demko immediately redeemed himself afterwards, though, as an NHL 22 style on-the-rush cross-crease pass goes right over to Blake Wheeler, who gets stoned by the glove of Thatcher the Snatcher. Eventually, the Canucks use that momentum. They start to get their mojo on with some offensive zone time. But in the last minute of the first, with Tyler Myers with some room on the right blue line, He sends a D-to-D pass that gets picked off by Blake Wheeler, and he gets a breakaway. Are you kidding me, Tyler Myers? It's a 1-1 game. He can't be throwing passes like that right over to the other team. Oh my goodness, it's going to be 2-1 Winnipeg at the start of the second. No, Thatcher Demko, what a save. And then the rebound. It was bounced out to the front, and Kyle Connor swung and a missed. He gets stopped too by Thatcher Demko. 2 game-stopping saves in the last minute of the period. The puck gets sent over to Bo Horvat. He comes in, crosses the blue line, finds Hoglander right behind him. Hoglander just rips it to the goal. It goes off the cheater of Eric Comrie, bounces over his glove, and trickles over the goal line. This is the goal that goes in like the old NHL games. That was one of the more unrealistic ones, but hey, it happens here. A bounce off the goalie, trickles over the line. Eric Comrie dives and tries to swat it away, and it doesn't end up working. The Vancouver Canucks have a 2-1 lead at the end of the first. The first period was fast-paced, there was a lot of intensity. We didn't really see that intensity matched until, let's say, maybe the end of the third period, but the second period was a lot more of a different tone because Alex Chiasson got things off with an absolutely terrible play. Chiasson is on the ice as the Vancouver Canucks are getting hemmed in their zone. The Winnipeg Jets are going on one of those shifts where they're just kind of cycling it around and getting shots. Chiasson has an opportunity to skate the puck out with no real pressure, but before he crosses the blue line, he decides to make a drop pass to nobody, right over to the Winnipeg Jets guys who get the puck back. They center it out in front. It's wrapped around, and guess what? Kyle Connor is going to get a cross-crease opportunity right here. He's wide open because Alex Chiasson is the guy who's supposed to be guarding him. Alex Chiasson not only drops the puck off and forfeits possession on a very precarious defensive position, he also completely leaves his man as Kyle Connor just walks right in with no contest. He's got an open net to shoot at. Demko's down and out in the cross crease, and the rebound is right there. Hey, he scores. It's 2-2. But you know what? The Vancouver Canucks have their own response because right after, it's Conor Garland who gets a breakaway pass. The Canucks catch the Winnipeg Jets on a bad change. Miller, a long one over to Garland. He goes forehand, backhand, forehand. Eric Comrie, dude, he gets deked all the way to the moon and back with this one. Somebody look for his jockstrap in the rafters, eh? Conor Garland gets himself yet another goal, assisted by JT Miller, and this one was so reinvigorating. It kind of felt like, dude, the Canucks can score goals again. They've got 3 goals in this game, and we're like, what, halfway through the entire game? No way, dude. Conor Garland has got 9 in the season, Miller with his 18th assist. Then you have yourselves what is the Vancouver Canucks classic choke job, because the Vancouver Canucks start getting hemmed into their zone again, the Jets cycle it around again, and eventually it is Mark Scheifele, who is all alone by himself on the left faceoff circle. All the Vancouver Canucks are looking at Kyle Connor, who is on the right circle. They're all clogging up the middle. Scheifele is by himself. There is nobody there. A right-handed shot in the Ovi spot. Connor throws it over, and Scheifele just one-times it in, on the stick, off the stick, right away there. And it's 3-3. Like, what a terrible defensive lapse right there. It can't get any worse for the Vancouver Canucks, right? They'd absolutely can't. Oh my goodness, Hughes, what are you doing? Get off on a change, bro. Quinn Hughes is not able to change in the second period. He fumbles the puck behind his own net. He throws it all the way to the blue line, and it gets intercepted by Winnipeg. Vancouver is scrambly here, and the Jets throw it around. It's another cross crease, another bounce, and it eventually finds its way by Thatcher Demko. They take a 4-3 lead. Are you kidding me, dude? That was just so bad. I can't believe the Vancouver Canucks are down 4-3 after having all that momentum. And then Bruce. It was successful last time. He tried it again this time. The coach's challenge. It works! Goalie interference! Thatcher Demko got interfered with by PLD, and the goal does not count. It is 3-3, and it stays that way till the end of the shootout. The third period was filled with a whole bunch of stuff, too. The Vancouver Canucks killed a penalty, which was good to see. The Canucks on the power play, they only had 2 of those, and one of them came in the last minute of the game. Super aggressive. The Jets were able to get it out, though. The Canucks afterwards were able to get a whole bunch of chances, too. The third period was filled with a lot of chances either way. One thing that I really did notice a lot was Tanner Pearson in this game, and not in a good way, dude. This guy fumbles every good chance that he gets. It's unbearable. The amount of grade A scoring opportunities where Tanner Pearson is right there. He one-times it, oh, it goes oh so high. Or he one-times it, oh, he missed the pocket, he fanned on it. This guy just cannot catch a break. And you wonder why Canucks fans were upset when he signed that contract, dude, eh? Man. Blake Wheeler also got injured on a scramble, so we hope to see him actually recover. It said on Sportsnet, I believe, that he will be out a while, so that's definitely not ideal for your captain of your squad. Wishing the best to him on the recovery, but the third period was just kind of a chess match in the way that it was super high intensity. The goalies were making saves. It was just who would break first. That was kind of the thing that everybody was looking for. Also, I noticed that the Canucks' defensive sticks were a lot more active than they had been previously, which was a really good thing as well. Overtime comes here. It's 3-on-3, and the Vancouver Canucks are going out there and giving Thatcher Demko a spotlight. Because, yes, the Canucks did have some offensive zone time, but they refused to shoot! My gosh, this team! They're looking for the perfect shot every time. This syndrome of Travis Green coaching right here. Thatcher Demko, though, had to absolutely stand on its head. Breakaway saves, 2-on-1 saves, one-timer saves. He was out there doing it all, and my goodness, this guy is just so good when he needs to be. It's absolutely incredible to think that he's finally here, you know. Jacob Markstrom? Who's that? I don't really care anymore. Thatcher Demko's here. Eventually it goes to a shootout, and we all kind of know what happens here in the shootout. Everybody makes the saves except for one. The very first shooter, Elias Pettersson, who comes right in and he does the good old Forsberg move, dangling the pants out of Eric Comrie and shoving it in far side. Petey goes to the bench and you can see him, dude. The camera is all focused up on him. He's smiling, dude. He's smiling. Pettersson is back. Is that it? Is that the confidence we needed for Elias Pettersson? This guy had looks in overtime. This guy had looks on 5v5. He had a slap shot on the rush that he hit the crossbar on. He couldn't pull the trigger in overtime despite having so many good looks too. Is this shootout goal what we needed for Pettersson to get that confidence back? Because I'll tell you what right here, when it comes to everything else the Canucks have done in the past few games, it's been good enough. Good enough to win. Bo Horvat, Miller, they both get stopped by Comrie. Thatcher Demko stops everybody. He stops Connor, he stops Scheifele, and then he stops Pierre-Luc Dubois. Thatcher Demko, man, the star of the game. How incredible is that? The Vancouver Canucks have taken a 4-3 shootout win, second straight shootout win, third straight win at home. Talk to me in the comments. What do you think about the Vancouver Canucks and how they have played so far? I hope you enjoyed this Virtual 99. And bye.